with the tip, and it is won by the Minnesota Lynx. Danielle Robinson goes to chase it down, and we're underway. First meeting of the season between these two teams. Robinson picks up her dribble, has it tapped right back, intended for Dantas. Now back in the hands of Dantas, the 6'5" Deladon on her from the high post. It's Collier trying to find space against Atkins. Her shot from the free throw line doesn't fall. Rebound to Washington. Cloud, no one's stopping her. She'll attack all the way. Good job by Dantas to snatch that away, knock it out of Cloud's hands at the last second, because she was thinking layup from the moment she got the ball. Had a lot of speed coming in. Cloud, the baseline inbounder, gets it to Tolliver. Keeps Robinson right on her back. That's a veteran move right there from Christy Tolliver. That puts her team up 2-0, 35 seconds into the game. Sims with Cloud on her. She's doubled. Skip pass to Collier. She's trying to score against Cloud. They'll switch on a screen. Robinson into the paint is bailed out by Dantas. 7 on the shot clock. Lob inside to Fowles. Those are the easy buckets to help keep pace with the Washington Mystics. And the passing of Demiris Dantas that they missed so much for those 7 games ties the game at 2. Atkins against Collier. Player many people thought could have been an all-star this year. She'll take a running shot. That's too strong off the backboard. Rebound to Fowles, up ahead to Sims. Sims with Cloud on her. Looking for the handoff from Fowles. Fowles will set a screen for Sims on her strong left side. Almost stolen by Tolliver. One more pass. Collier for 3. Yes! Nafisa Collier knocks down a three-pointer. She's shooting from three-point range 31%. It's been a little bit of a struggle of late, but she's getting started here early. It's 5-2 Minnesota. Tolliver pick and roll with Sanders. She will pop and knock down a mid-range jump shot to bring the Mystics within 1. 5-4, 8:05 left. Short corner jump shot for Sims does not fall. Rebound tip to Fowles, and she will finish right in the paint. Good things happen when Sylvia is involved early, getting touches early, even if it is off those offensive rebounds. Tolliver finds herself with Fowles on her, and she's going to drill a baseline jump shot. Still a 1-point game. Lynx ahead 7-6. Dantas looking backdoor for Sims. That goes off the feet of Deladon, so it will stay Minnesota basketball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Far sideline inbound for Collier. Into Dantas. They're going to feed Collier, who's posting up, and a jump shot from Sylvia. Fowles drops at the free throw line. She was dealing with injuries last year, but this year, being healthier, it's allowed her to expand her game. We're seeing her take more of those face-up jump shots. Here is Tolliver driving, kicking. Cloud for 3 from the corner. No. Rebound to Dantas. Lynx leading 9-6. Up ahead to Collier. Almost loses it in the paint, and she's going to draw a foul. This will be going against Ariel Atkins. That's her first and the team's first. This has been a solid start for the Lynx offensively. This is not a team they want to try and come back against or allow to get out to too much of a lead. But Robinson's going to turn the ball over, picked up by Sanders. Now in the hands of Tolliver, who thought about a bounce pass. Instead, she gets right into the paint with Dantas on her. She's going to bring Dantas out of the paint, shoot a 3, and she's got it. She is 8th all-time in three-pointers made, and she ties the game at 9. 6:44 left in the first quarter. Robinson to Collier. Here's Dantas, and back to Collier again at the wing. Sims straight on. High post for Dantas. Dantas going to lob inside to Fowles, who spins, but she's blocked from behind by Sanders. A solid defensive play with Fowles so deep. Here is Tolliver in rhythm. Yes for 3. Tolliver so dangerous as an outside shooter, even from when she was in Maryland hitting clutch shots, but that one gives the Mystics a 12-9 lead. Dantas will try to answer for 3. That is left short. Offensive rebound to Collier, and she draws another foul against the Mystics. Collier just always so active, always hustling for those boards, that she's able to get some teams, some players into foul trouble. Here Atkins with her second foul. As going to go to the bench, and Ariel Powers will come in. She started in the place of Atkins when she missed the game against Atlanta. Collier going to get it into the post to fouls. Double team comes from Tolliver. Robinson will step into a mid-range two. That doesn't fall, and a rebound to Deladon. Deladon hasn't shot just yet. Her first rebound. Here's Cloud back to Sanders, who will step into a mid-range shot. That doesn't fall. Loose ball batted around. Robinson going to chase after it along with Cloud. And it will be Mystics basketball after that was kicked away. Temi Fagbenle coming in for Damiris Dantas. Dantas played 18 minutes in her return. They want to bring her on slowly. She obviously plays a huge role on this Lynx team with her scoring, rebounding, her passing especially, but want to make sure that she's healthy and coming along in a logical way for the long run. Backcourt pressure from the Lynx. Tolliver gets it over half court. Lynx trailing 12-9. High post for Sanders. Fouls playing her close. Tolliver sneaks around Robinson. Running shot at the free throw line goes in. Christy Tolliver already with 12 points on 5 for 5 shooting. She's got 2 threes as well. She has 12 of her team's 14 points. Here's fouls in the post. Double team comes from Tolliver, and fouls will throw it away right to the hands of Deladon. Wearing her mask, she's going to drive and pull up at the block, and it is 16-9 Minnesota trailing. A run here for the Mystics. We know how strong they are offensively, first in offensive rating, and that is why the Lynx are going to call a timeout, finding themselves down by 7 points just about midway through the first quarter. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. Back here at Target Center, Sloan Martin along with you. Christy Tolliver has 12 of her team's 16 points, and the Washington Mystics lead the Minnesota Lynx 16-9 just over midway through the first quarter. This is a team that leads the league in offensive rating, and the Lynx themselves are shooting 4 of 9 from the field, but have been quiet here in the last couple of minutes. Sims will get it into fouls. Lexi Brown into the game being guarded by Tolliver. Temi Fagbenle is going to toss it out of bounds. I think that was intended for Sylvia Fowles, but Fowles didn't go to make the catch. So a turnover for the Lynx right after a timeout, which definitely gets under coach's skin. Here's Natasha Cloud. Sims on her. Deladon guarded by Fagbenle. A screen from Sanders, and they switch. Deladon has fouls on her now. Fouls outside the three-point line. Will spin against Fouls. Tried to go up and under. Great defense from Fouls, forcing her to get rid of it. But on a pick and roll, Deladon will take her first shot and miss from about 17 feet. Rebound chased down by Minnesota. Sims looking into the post. It's Fagbenle against Deladon. She'll dribble it out to the short corner. Find Lexi Brown. Brown for 3. Yes, she has got it. Lexi Brown did not have a 3 against Las Vegas, as Christy Tolliver will quickly respond. No one stopped her, even though it looked like the Lynx were pretty established back defensively. She's going to go with that running jumper again off glass. It's a 6-point lead, 18-12. Lexi Brown will respond right back. A couple dribbles off a screen and a foot back from the free throw line. Knocks down the 2-pointer. Turnover on the other side for Washington. Tolliver was looking for Latoya Sanders, but that sailed out of bounds. And Emma Meesman is coming into the game for the first time today. Stephanie Talbot also in off the bench. Meesman is on the 5th place Belgium team that competed at Eurobasket. She was the 2nd leading scorer behind Temi Fagbenle. Sims will bring the ball up the floor, met by Cloud. Here is Brown, who's got 5 quick points into the post for fouls. And Sanders will get whistled for the foul. That is her first, the team's 3rd. 3:28 left in the first quarter. The Mystics leading 18-14. The Lynx trying to make sure they don't get too much of a hole against this team early on. Talbot will get it into Sims. 13 on the shot clock. High post of Fouls. Miesemann on her. Fouls is going to go to work. Up and under. No good from about the second hash mark. And rebound taken by Deladon. Collier on Deladon now. Deep in the corner, it's Tolliver, guarded by Brown. Brown says the player she looked up to was Tolliver growing up. Here is Deladon, who swarmed back to Tolliver, going to work. She'll kick it out to Miesemann, long two. That's no good. Great rebound by Nafisa Collier. That is 3 for the rookie already. Sims will drive and turn it over. Deladon picks it up. It's 2-on-1. Tolliver finds Deladon, but she is blocked by Sylvia Fouls. And that brings her 2 away from 600, becoming just the 4th player ever to 600 blocks in a career. She is going to go to the bench right now. High fives for that great recovery block. She was in a 2-on-1 situation and prevented the Mystics from scoring. Here's Deladon, quick shot off the baseline inbound, and that is her second basket today. She's got 4 points on 2 for 4 shooting. It's a 20-14 lead for the Mystics. Here is Brown. They get the switch. Collier going to go into Fagbenle. One more pass. It's Talbot for 3. That just rims out. It looked like what happened on a late attempt against Las Vegas when the Lynx had a chance to keep that winning hopes alive, but it did not fall. 7-point lead for the Mystics. Lynx extending their defense. Here is Powers, who will get it to Miesemann. Jab fake, drive. Powers outside the 3-point line. 6 on the shot clock. She'll spin against Talbot, get some space. No good off glass. Rebound to Collier, who's been working so hard on the board. She's got 4 already to lead everyone. And then at midcourt, she's tangled up. And it is a jump ball coming up here with 1:53 left. The Mystics leading 20-14. And it'll happen right here at center court. It is Miesemann and Collier. Players sorting out where they got to go. Floor being wiped up as well. Washington has won 2 in a row coming into today's game. Lost 3 in a row before that. Still have to sort out when they're going to make up that game or what's going to happen with that suspended game against Vegas that was interrupted by the earthquake. And the jump is won by Collier, but she sends it right out of bounds. So it's Mystics basketball. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough has just entered the game for Washington under head coach Mike Tebow. Minnesota connection. Obviously, he was the former head coach in Connecticut of Lindsay Whalen, but his daughter, Carly Tebow-Dudonis, an assistant with the Gopher women's basketball team under Lindsay Whalen. Here's Tiana Hopkins into the game for the first time. She will knock down an 18-footer to make it 22-14, the largest lead of today for the Mystics. And here we're seeing these bench players for the Mystics not let any drop-off happen. Missed shot from Minnesota, taken by Fagbenle, and she finds herself in a tough spot, fouled by Tiana Hawkins. 13 on the shot clock when that happened. That's going to be the first on Hawkins here, the 4th team foul, so a far sideline inbound coming up for Talbot. Into Collier, far outside the 3-point line. She'll hand off and set a screen for Sims, who today has not scored. Fagbenle from the short corner. Walker-Kimbrough pokes it away, back in the hands of Fagbenle, and that will be a shot clock violation, a turnover for Minnesota. That is their 6th, and that's led to 9 points for the Mystics. On the other side, we knew this coming in, Mystics just with 1 turnover, 0 points for the Lynx. They knew that might have been a possibility here today, looking at those season stats. High post, or high screen from Miesemann. A shot by Walker-Kimbrough drops from the short corner. It is 24-14 with under a minute left in the first quarter. The largest lead of today for the Mystics. High screen from Collier. Here is Sims, no good. From inside the paint, she's 0 for 2 from the floor. Here's Powers, Miesemann with Collier on her. She'll go set a screen for Clown. Clown will leave it for Hawkins. One dribble, sets herself, and is good from the third hash. It's a 12-point lead with 32.7 seconds left in the first. Sims slowing things down. About a 7-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Sims still dribbling near the logo, calling for the high screen from Fag Bentley. She splits the defenders but loses it. Goes out of bounds off of Powers. And will stay Lynx ball. 6 seconds on the shot clock as Sims is having a word with the referee. Talbot taking it out again on the sideline. And she'll find Sims. Back to Talbot, who will spin, fade away, too strong off glass, rather too high. Offensive rebound, though, is there for Collier. That makes it 26-16 with 4 seconds left. Miesemann almost loses it to Cloud at the buzzer. I don't know if it would have counted, but either way, at the end of the first quarter, it is Mystics leading by 10, 26-16. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. Start of the second quarter. Here is Aerial Powers, a quick three, bounces off back iron. Rebound taken by Hawkins. Tolliver now driving into the paint. Will leave her for Walker Kimbrough for three. Yes. And the Mystics picking up offensively where they left off. Walker Kimbrough this season has been shooting 24% from three, though that's what she was known for, one of the best three-point shooters in college basketball history. But that time she gets on the board, makes it 29-16. Collier losing it underneath the basket in traffic. Here's Tolliver coming away with it. Powers now at the elbow against Fag Bentley, drops it in to Miesemann, and here is Walker Kimbrough again for three. That's left short, tipped out to Lexi Brown. Collier. That was taken away from her again by Tolliver, who gets it back from Miesemann. Pass up ahead to Walker Kimbrough, and boy, this team can score. And that play, just knowing where each one of them is supposed to be. And then Tolliver, the veteran, getting a couple of steals, and the Lynx are quickly going to call a timeout with 8:40 left in the second quarter. They trail 31-16. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball.
Seconds. Download Game Time now.
Against the Minnesota Lynx. 8:30 left in this second quarter. Here is Dantas back into the game. Lexi Brown is 3 for 3. She'll drop it into the post for fouls. Double team comes. She'll get to Talbot. 5 seconds left for Brown. Runner, no. Rebound goes out of bounds into the Mystics, but Fouls was upset about that. But it will go to Washington, holding their largest lead of today. The Lynx have not scored in this second quarter. Shatori Walker Kimbrough to Miesemann. She'll swing it to Tolliver deep in the corner. It is Powers. Powers picks up her dribble, finds Tolliver, who has 14 points, a game high. She will drive, kick, Hawkins three, no. Weak side rebound to Miesemann. Walker Kimbrough, oh, they did not reset the shot clock. It had 2 seconds left when it should have been fresh. Here's Walker Kimbrough for the sideline inbound. It's now at 12. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Tolliver to Miesemann, high post, back to Tolliver. She'll look for a three. That just grazed the iron, actually. And that's her first miss of today. In the 10 minutes she's played, 6 for 7 from the field, 2 for 3 from long range. Mystics leading 31-16. Here is Brown trying to get it to Dantas outside the three-point line. Lob inside to Fouls, who skies with one hand to get it. Robinson to Talbot. She'll take a long three, and it's a long rebound taken by Fouls. Lexi Brown for three. That is her first miss, and Dantas, no, it's going to be a foul actually on the Mystics and Tiana Hawkins. So that is her second, and Elena Deladon coming back in. And that's another thing to think about with the strength of this Mystics team, is that Deladon hasn't been out on the floor for a couple of minutes. And the Mystics have built their largest lead. She's only got 4 points, and the Mystics have their largest lead here. Brown driving baseline, met by Miesemann. Talbot to Dontis, pump fake, drive right at Miesemann, but she can't finish, and a rebound to Miesemann. Tolliver has Robinson on her. She's going to dribble it out toward the Target Center logo, trying to get free from Robinson. Robinson staying with her shuffle. Finds Miesemann at the free throw line. She can't knock it down, and a rebound to Fouls. Good effort there on the on-ball defense by Robinson. Lexi Brown in the corner, no fast break opportunity there. She'll use the screen from Dontis to put up a three. That's off the mark. Dontis will fall down as she goes for that rebound, but it'll stay here with the Minnesota Lynx. 14 on the shot clock, 6:45 on the game clock, and Robinson is going to be taking it out. Lynx trailing 31-16. Here's Dontis right against Deladon. She can't get the layup right at the rim, though. With that defense from Deladon just standing up with her 6'5" frame. She gets into the paint. Will kick it out to Walker Kimbrough. She'll go baseline. Miesemann will kick to Powers for three, and she will knock that down. The Washington Mystics get a WNBA high 30% of their scoring from the three-point line today. They are 4 for 9 from there. They normally attempt 25 a game. That's also first in the WNBA. Into the post for Fouls. She's surrounded by 4 Mystics players and can't get the hook shot. Tolliver comes away with the rebound. Mystics leading 34-16. The Lynx have not scored in this quarter. We're almost midway through. Miesemann outside the three-point line. Handoff to Walker Kimbrough. She's pushed out by Dontis. Miesemann with Fouls on her, looking into the post. And there's a foul, 3-second violation rather, and it'll be a turnover. Minnesota basketball, that is 2 turnovers for the Washington Mystics. They have the fewest per game in the league at around 11, which also obviously makes it hard for teams like the Lynx who love to score off turnovers to get that kind of offense. And there's another buzzer here. Head coach Cheryl Reeve chatting with the referee. I'm not sure if a play might be under review, if there is a clock issue. Juniors Dontis is at the bench. I think maybe they were trying to get a substitution. And referees conferring here near the three-point line. 5:39 left in the second quarter. 18 on the shot clock right now. And they're going to give a technical. To Minnesota. And they're going to get a technical for having 6 players on the floor. So Elena Deladon, who is one of the best free throw shooters in WNBA history, 97% this year, will knock down the first. She's now made 34 of 35 attempts. So not only do the Lynx find themselves down 35-16, they have not scored in the second quarter, but then they get a technical for having too many players on the court. Talbot is the inbounder. Here's Sims. Finds Collier deep in the corner now to Robinson, who gets past Tolliver for the first bucket here of this second quarter for the Lynx. They trail 35-18. Tolliver outside the three-point line finds Deladon, who will try to get past Collier. Her shot does not fall from about the elbow extended. Here's Robinson into the front court. High post for Foul. She'll hand off to Collier, and she'll pull up for a jump shot. That's no good. Rebound to Tolliver. It's 2-on-2 and stolen away by Nafisa Collier. She's 3rd overall in steals per game. That time picks off a pass. Sims will drive, leave it short corner. Robinson, she's got back-to-back buckets from Minnesota. And they've really struggled offensively here, especially in this second quarter. Here is Cloud to the wing. Tolliver. And there's another whistle. And this will be a defensive 3 seconds on Stephanie Talbot. So more free throws here for Deladon, which is just basically automatic. She has been not just a 90% shooter, but a 95+% shooter in her career She knocks that down. It's a 16-point lead for the Mystics, who used the end of the first quarter to propel themselves ahead, and they've held on to this significant cushion since here in the second. Cloud to the high post. It is Sanders. She's going to decide against going against fouls. Cloud will drive, leave for Deladon for three. That bounces out. Rebound tip to Tolliver now. Short corner for Sanders. Here's Atkins into the post for Deladon. She waits for fouls to go by, and she is good with the layup. The composure that Deladon has when the ball is in her hands, wherever she is on the court. It doesn't matter if it's a 25-foot jump shot or right there amongst one of the best centers in the league. She's going to look to score. Sims no good from long range. Ball goes out of bounds and back to the Mystics. 4 minutes left in the second quarter, and it has been a very tough one here for Minnesota. They are down to shooting 33%. The Mystics still at 50%. Here's Deladon outside the three-point line. Gets it to Cloud at the wing. She goes behind the back against Sims. 10 on the shot clock. Collier on her now. Atkins for three. No. And a rebound to Sylvia Fowles. 38-20 is the lead for the Mystics. Robinson, Collier looking into the post now. Fouls is fouled by LaToya Sanders. That's what works so well early on in this game, is feeding fouls when she has a deep post-up, particularly against Sanders. Fouls so strong. And Sanders has a similar, more slender frame like a DeWanna Bonner. I think Fowles likes a matchup like that because she is so strong and powerful. Sanders will go to the bench for Miesemann now. Fowles knocks down the first free throw. The 2019 Lynx season is presented by Mayo Clinic Sports Medicine. Second free throw coming up here for Fowles. 3:29 left in the second quarter. And she knocks down the second, goes 2 for 2, and Fowles has 8 points. That leads Minnesota. The game high score is Tolliver with 14. Deladon from the wing, high post Miesemann. Other side of the floor, Tolliver waits for Collier to go past, finds Miesemann. They move the ball so well. Here is Tolliver deep in the corner. She splashes home another three. That's her third, and she's got 17 points on 7 of 8 shooting. Collier driving right at Deladon. She's got a layup. 21-24, the Mystics with the lead. A quick basket there from the rookie all-star. Here's Deladon with Robinson on her, and they tried to switch back, but luckily forced a turnover. Minnesota could have been caught there. Talbot was looking up ahead for Sims, and she's not able to save it from going out of bounds. And Talbot there thought the ball was already out of play, couldn't get back to it in time, and a timeout is called on the floor. Minnesota trailing 41-24. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. Mystics, 2:42 left in the second quarter. Final game before the All-Star break. Take Metro Transit to Lynx games and ride with us. Go to lynxbasketball.com/Metro Transit. Starters on the floor for Minnesota. Game high scores. Christy Tolliver with 17 points. And then on the other side for Minnesota, their leading scorer, Odyssey Sims, has not scored just yet. But the Lynx looking out of sorts offensively against the #1 team in offensive rating in the WNBA. Deladon will pick up her dribble, hand it off to Cloud. Lynx switch. Tolliver has it now against Brown. Tolliver driving, falling away short, but rebound to Atkins. She'll find Tolliver for three, and she is good. Once again, that is 4 3-pointers and 20 first half points for Christy Tolliver, assistant coach with the Wizards, but still playing at a really high level. Brown has it deep in the corner. Fowles going to work against Miesemann, and she gets the hook shot to go. 44-26 is the Mystics' lead. Or rather, 44-26. I was correct. Tolliver, Atkins is going to get whistled on the other side. Or make that Robinson, as Atkins was trying to drive. That's the first on Robinson. Team's first as well. They're going to come wipe up a spot on the floor. Or rather, Sylvia Fowles is actually going to do it. It'll be Mystics basketball, 1:48 left before the half. Asia Taylor coming in for the first game. She was signed to a contract on July 2nd. It was part of a roster exemption signing. She's into the game for the first time today. Deladon near the logo. Sims on her. Deladon will hand off to Tolliver. They switch back. High post to Miesemann. Her pass looking back door for Tolliver is knocked out of bounds. Will stay Mystics basketball with 5 seconds on the shot clock, though. Timeout called by Washington. 1:36 left with the Lynx trailing 44-26. Hey fans, want your chance at an incredible fan experience getaway to Los Angeles, courtesy of All Energy Solar? Enter to win airfare for 2, hotel accommodations, and 2 tickets to see the Lynx battle the Sparks in LA. To learn more and enter, visit lynxbasketball.com/allenergysolar. Overall, 5 All-Stars in this game. None of the Lynx players, though, are playing for Team Deladon. They're all on Team Asia Wilson. And though Wilson isn't going to be playing, it was still a really fun presentation last night. She is in her 2nd season. Just great to see the kind of personality that she is, which I think is really positive for the league. And she picked all 3 of the Minnesota Lynx All-Stars. And for the Lynx, this is the 7th straight All-Star game with at least 3 of their players selected. So it's good to see that continue as well, especially with a young player like Napheesa Collier, who's going to be a part of this team in the future. 1:36 left, 5 on the shot clock for the Washington Mystics. Here is Tolliver to Miesemann. She can't flip it up and in. Rebound to Asia Taylor. 1:30 before the half. Here's Lexi Brown from the wing looking for fouls, trying to post up against Miesemann, and Miesemann is going to be whistled for the foul. Their post players, Sanders, Hawkins, Miesemann, there's a lot of depth on this team, have had trouble really getting around fouls to prevent those post-entry passes. Collier gets it into Sims. 44-26 is the Minnesota deficit. Here is Sims right in the paint. She gets that to drop for her first bucket of today. She had been 0 for 3. 44-28, the Mystics lead. Here is Cloud, wide open for 3. That bounces out and a rebound to Sims with exactly 1 minute left before halftime. Sims over half court. High screen from Fouls. Sims keeping Cloud on her backside. Her shot attempt knocked away. Fouls, though, will clean things back up, making it a 14-point deficit with 45 seconds left. Deladon has it against Sims. Lynx switch as it moves around the perimeter for 3. Tolliver, no, and a rebound to Collier. Collier's got 7 in the first half to go along with 7 points. Here is Sims. Screen from Fouls that was knocked away. Brown with it now. 10 seconds left. Collier, baseline. Pump fake. That is good for Napheesa Collier. Talk about that composure down in the paint. Deladon was collapsing, and she was able to get her to fly by. Here is Tolliver for 3. That rims out. 2 seconds left for Asia Taylor. She'll push it up the floor. Basket won't count. And at the half, 44-32, Minnesota struggled mightily in that first half, but I think some positive plays toward the end of the second quarter to make it a 12-point deficit at halftime. Coming up, Cal Soder Quiz will have plenty more from the WNBA Tonight studios about this last game before the All-Star break. Some afternoon WNBA action. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. NBA player ever to reach 600 career blocks. 9 seconds on the shot clock for Tolliver against Robinson. Tolliver with 20 first half points. Fade away is good. She is just feeling it this afternoon. 46-32, the Mystics lead. 30 seconds into this second half. Collier looking into the post for fouls. She dribbles away from the double team, falling away herself, but that bounces out. Rebound to Cloud. Tolliver with it again. Gonna get past Robinson, float one up. That's off the back iron. Rebound to Fouls, and now Sims will push it over half court with speed. Trying to cross over Cloud, but she almost loses it. Regains the handle. Fouls will hand it back to Sims. Her mid-range shot does not fall. Fouls battling. She was held up on the floor. No basket. That's gonna go against the Mystics. So a sideline inbound coming up here for Collier and the Lynx. They trailed by as many as 20 in that first half. And one of the reasons it's been difficult for them to score is only 4 turnovers for the Mystics. That's led to 2 Lynx points. Dantas looking backdoor for Collier, who skies for that. She's collapsed on by 3 Mystics players, and then it's stolen away. That's the 11th turnover for Minnesota. Tolliver uses a screen from Sanders, tries to hit Sanders, but it was knocked away by Fouls. And Atkins will go chase it down. No backcourt violation. Back into the front court. Finds Sanders, long 2. That bounces out. Rebound to Collier. Collier has 8 now to go along with her 9 points. Sims crosses over Cloud, goes baseline, and she will turn it right back over, snatched away by Atkins. Atkins pushing. Sanders, Cloud, and now Deladon on the other side of the floor, and a foul is going to go against Damiris Dantas. She was setting a screen on Tolliver. Tolliver, who has had this long career, she's only listed at 130 pounds, but she definitely is in the conversation for one of the toughest players in the league. That time she hit the deck against the 6'3" Dantas. And she gets it in off the sideline inbound. 46-32, the Mystics lead. Deladon will hand it back to Tolliver, and Dantas will get whistled again as she was trying to defend Tolliver off of that screen. So that is 2 on Dantas. And Lexi Brown is going to check in for Sims. Sims sitting on 2 points, 1 for 6 shooting. Brown had a hot stretch in the first half. She has 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting. Cloud looking into the high post for Deladon. Deladon along the baseline. That falls off the front of the rim. Rebound to Sylvia Fouls, who's got 10, and she's got her 10th double-double this season. Still holding first place all time. Dantas going to work. Tolliver tried to take it away. Dantas no good, flipping that up on the turnaround. And here is Tolliver in the corner. Cloud, jab fake. She gets around Fouls, and the reverse layup is good. This team, first in the league in offensive rating, always looking to attack. They lead 48-32. And Tolliver on the other side, not able to stop that 3 by Lexi Brown. That is her 2nd today. She's got 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting. She's having one of the strongest games offensively, just trailing Fouls in points. Here is Atkins trying to respond for 3. That bounces out. She hustles for her offensive rebound, hits the floor. And a foul is going to go against Nafisa Collier. That is her first. Temi Fagbenle coming into the game to replace Dantas. No other Lynx in any kind of foul trouble, just Dantas with 2 right now. And Atkins will bring it in from the sideline into Cloud. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Minnesota trailing 48-35. Deladon, 1 dribble, pull up, no, rebound to Atkins. She's collapsed upon. Cloud to Tolliver, and she's going to shoot over Fagbenle and get her 5th 3-pointer today. And a timeout is called by the Minnesota Lynx. 6:52 left. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. And 2 rebounds as well. It's not been a good start to the second half for Minnesota. They've got 3 points. Alexi Brown, 3-pointer. She's looking for the handoff from Sylvia Fouls. Fouls setting a screen on Atkins. Brown for 3. She's got another one. Lexi Brown into double figures. She's got 11 points, trying to eat into this deficit that's expanded to as many as 20 points in the first half. Tolliver sneaky dribbling, and she goes right to the basket. She weaved around different directions, going east-west, and then was able to get away for a layup. It's 53-38. And the Lynx obviously now can't be trading buckets with them. Collier has it on the wing, high post to foul. She'll hand off to Brown, who has a hot hand today, 3 of 4 from 3. Collier with 3 seconds left against Atkins. She will drive and has to just throw up a shot, and it goes in. Nafisa Collier in a desperate situation gets the mid-range jumper to fall. 53-41 is the Lynx deficit. Approaching the midway point of the third quarter. Atkins has it, crossing over against Collier. Collier's going to knock it away, but instead there will be a whistle. So that's on Collier, her second, the team's fourth. 3 players for Minnesota in double figures, led by fouls with 12, and then Brown and Collier each with 11. Collier 2 rebounds away from her second career double-double. Atkins at the free throw line, no good, obviously distracted by the camp kids that are here this afternoon, putting everything they've got into trying to make the opponent miss. That time Atkins does make the free throw. Temi Benlay will take it out. 5:30 left in the third quarter. Into the post for foul. She goes to work before the double team comes, but I think Sanders got a piece of that shot as she was falling away on the other block. Tolliver with it now. Pick and pop with Sanders. She will get it back to Tolliver near the logo. Tolliver into the paint, weaving her way around, has fouls on her, looking for that mismatch. 5 seconds left, and there's a foul called on the floor, and that's going to be a 3-second violation on the Washington Mystics. That is just 5 turnovers for them. That's led to just 2 points for Minnesota, but it's a 14-point game exactly halfway through the third quarter. Robinson has it against Tolliver. Brown trying to get free against Atkins, who was all-defensive second team last year as a rookie. Brown pump fakes, gets around Atkins. Difficult shot at the elbow. No, in fact, Benlay is going to be whistled for the foul as Deladon was going for that rebound. The Minnesota Lynx are back, and so is College Night, presented by U.S. Bank. For select weeknight home games, college students can get tickets for just $10 with a valid .edu email address online. Visit lynxbasketball.com/college night for more information. So that's the 15th foul, the first on Benlay. So that means free throws here for the 97% shooter in Elena Deladon. She's got 9 points now, just 3 of 10 shooting, which just shows you the talent and depth on this team. The second one, no good. Just her second miss this season. Robinson from the elbow. That doesn't touch anything, goes out of bounds, and it's Mystics basketball. Rep the Lynx and show your fandom when you shop inside the Minnesota Lynx team store, located on the Skyway level and the 100 level concourse. The team store is loaded with the newest apparel, jerseys, encore gear, hats, and more. Head to the team store to get your hands on some swag now. Ball knocked away, saved in the backcourt by Sanders. 12 seconds on the shot clock. She'll hand it off to Tolliver. Tolliver double teams. Sanders from the short corner will knock down the jump shot. It's a 17-point lead for the Mystics, 57-40. Minnesota with it again. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Collier trying to step around Deladon will draw the whistle. That was a confident move by Collier, trying an up and under to step around Deladon, knowing the length of the 6'5" forward. And Deladon will pick up her first. And the first free throws of the game for Collier. She is good. That's only the third attempt today for the Lynx. But the Mystics with 6 themselves, so not a big disparity. Danielle Robinson goes to the bench, and Odyssey Sims comes back in. Sims with 2 points on 1 for 6 shooting. Collier good on both. She's got 13 points and 8 rebounds right now. Under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. 57-42, the Mystics lead. Tolliver from the wing, drives past Brown, is tripped up, and a foul is going to be called against Sims. And free throws coming up here for Christy Tolliver. And Tolliver herself from the foul line is a 90% shooter, 18 of 20 today. And this will be her first free throw attempt. She's got 27 points on 11 of 16 shooting, including 5 threes. Her season high was 19, so she's blown that out of the water in the first half. She had 20. Players trying to make sure the floor is nice and clean. Sims is in there. And it's time for free throws here for Kristi Tolliver. Just a spin and a dribble, and she will knock that in. Ariel Powers comes in, and this is what makes this team so difficult, is their bench. Ariel Powers, Emma Miesemann checking in right now as well for LaToya Sanders. And there's no kind of drop-off. They're first in the league in bench points per game. You don't lose much. As Tolliver good on the second. It is 59-42. The Mystics in charge. 3:45 left in the third quarter. Here is Brown against Tolliver. She'll take the handoff from Dantas. She's got Deladon on her now. Collier thought about a three. Instead, she'll drive. Has that knocked away by Tolliver. She's had her hands everywhere today. And it's Mystics basketball. Tolliver, quick three in front of Brown. She doesn't hit it, but she is fouled. So that'll be three free throws coming up. Tolliver comes up a little bit hobbled on the play. But I believe this will be 3 free throws here for Kristi Tolliver. She's got 29 points, 5 assists as well. And here she is at the line, 3 coming her way. First one's no good. Get up and get your flex on this season with the Minnesota Lynx 3-game flex pack. Choose 3 of the hottest games that fit your schedule. Pick a price that's right. Choose seats to jump in and out of, and enjoy your Lynx with no hassle. Visit lynxbasketball.com/flex to get your pack now. Tolliver good on the second. Talbot comes in to replace Collier. So on the floor for Minnesota is Dantas, Fagbenle at the 5, Talbot, Brown, and Sims. 3:26 left in the third quarter. Tolliver 2 for 3 on those free throws. 61-42. The Mystics in control. Sims trying to get around Walker Kimbrough. She gets into the paint, picks up her dribble. Dantas will hand it off to Tolliver. That was poked away. Talbot responds down into the post for Fagbenle. She's collapsed upon, will kick out to Dantas. Good closeout by Miesemann, and that's a 24-second violation for the Lynx. And that is their 14th turnover today. Natasha Cloud comes back in to relieve Kristi Tolliver, who's a little bit slow walking to the bench. But a season high, 31 points. Her career high is 43. That happened in 2015 against Tulsa. Ariel Powers has it against Talbot. 14 on the shot clock for the Mystics. 2:45 left in the third quarter. Miesemann high screen, cross-court pass to Powers. She's going to take a dribble in front of Talbot. That bounces out. And a rebound taken by Sims. Sims will leave it for Dantas looking for her first 3. She has got it. She was 0 for 4, but now finally on the board. Jamiris Dantas with a 3 in back-to-back games since returning from her injury. On the other side, Natasha Cloud quickly responds with a layup. We've seen that throughout this game where the Lynx get a big basket and the Mystics can immediately silence them. 63-45, Washington leads. Talbot screen from Fagbenle, who pops. She has it at the high post against Powers. Tries to go up and under, loses her footing, and she's called for a traveling violation with 2:01 on the clock. And that's 15 turnovers for the Lynx. 63-45. The Lynx have trailed by as many as 20 points. That happened in the first half. Here's Natasha Cloud from the logo. Shatori Walker Kimbrough. Tiana Hawkins. Pick and roll works to perfection between Walker Kimbrough and Hawkins. And another timeout is called with 1:47 left. This is a Lynx timeout. They trail 65-45 here at Target Center. Coming into this game, 10-9 this season. Lynx fans, join us for the 4th annual We Are Women Night on August 16th as we celebrate the empowerment of women and girls. Hear an inspiring pregame conversation with WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, and then see the Lynx soar over the visiting Washington Mystics. Get your tickets to this special night now at lynxbasketball.com. That'll be actually a really exciting thing to hear from Kathy Engelbert, being the first WNBA commissioner. I haven't seen any official plans, but that would be really nice to see her stop at every team to talk to fans, to have a conversation. Things feel different. There's a CBA coming up. The WNBA has a lot of momentum right now. It's a really important time to hear from the commissioner. Damiris Dantas has it, looking backdoor for Talbot. That was snatched away and stolen by the Mystics. Natasha Cloud, no one stops her in transition. She'll pull up at the free throw line, no good. Rebound to Dantas. Out ahead to Sims. Sims pushing, leaving it for Fagbenle outside the paint. Brown for 3. Yes! That is 4 3-pointers for Lexi Brown, one shy of her career high. And she has got 14 points for Minnesota, the leading scorer for the Lynx. Walker Kimbrough trying to get past Brown, too strong off the backboard. And Sims pushing, leaving it for Brown, who had to get rid of it before coming down with the traveling violation. Now in the hands of Fagbenle, who powers her way against Hawkins for 2 in the paint. They trail by 15, 65-50, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Aerial Powers, high screen from Hawkins. Hawkins will pop out. Powers trying to work against Dantas. Dantas forces her to pick up her dribble. Powers is going to send it out of bounds for their 6th turnover today. 29.2 seconds left, a 5-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Sims will bring it up the floor. Getting the handoff from Brown. Lob inside to Fagbenle, who had to reach for that one. She'll get it back to Sims. 10 on the shot clock. Sims with Miesemann on her. Dantas pumping. She puts it on the floor. Poked out of bounds by Miesemann. And the Lynx have it with 6 seconds on the shot clock. 10.7 seconds left in the third. Talbot, the inbounder. Into Sims, 5 seconds left. She's got Cloud on her. Here's Brown, a pretty clean look, misses. Dantas fighting for the rebound, and there is a whistle on that loose ball. It's going to go against Tiana Hawkins. That is her 3rd. She's seen her minutes affected tonight. She's only played 6 minutes today, but has 3 fouls. 6 points, though, in those 6 minutes. And the Lynx will try one more time. 3.8 seconds left. Talbot, the sideline inbounder, into Sims. 2 seconds left. Here is Brown, sets her feet and banks it in for her 5th three-pointer. She's got 17 points, and heading into the 4th, it's a 12-point deficit for Minnesota. They have trailed by as many as 20. It's been a rough game for them, but Lexi Brown trying to keep them going. She's got 17 points here at Target Center. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. Back here at Target Center, Sloan Martin along with you. The Minnesota Lynx ended the third quarter on an 8-0 run, just like they did at the end of the second quarter. They trail the Washington Mystics, the number 3 team in the league entering today's game, 65-53. They were even in that third quarter, each team scoring 21 points apiece. The Lynx have trailed by as many as 20 points. Christy Tolliver leading the way for all scorers, a season-high 31 points. Lynx have it to start the fourth quarter. Damiris Dantas, and a foul is going to go against Temi Fagbenle. She was setting up a screen for Lexi Brown. And that will give it back to the Mystics. Lexi Brown, 17 points to lead all Lynx scorers. She's guarding Walker Kimbrough with the ball, stolen by Brown. Met by Walker Kimbrough, crosses her over, skip pass to Collier. She'll set a screen for Sims. Dantis now looking for Collier posting up, and that's the 11th steal for the Mystics. That picked up by Ariel Powers. Miesemann will dish. Walker Kimbrough, corner three, no. Rebound taken by Bagbenle. 45 seconds into this fourth quarter. Minnesota trailing 65-53. Collier has it outside the three-point line, trying to sneak around Miesemann. She does and finishes. Nafisa Collier, 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting. It is a 10-point game, 65-55. Lynx have trailed more than once by 20 points. Powers almost loses it against Collier. She sneaks away the other direction, shoots and finishes over Sims, and it's a three-point play. Powers will be going to the line to shoot one. That makes it a 12-point game, could become 13. And here comes Elena Deladon, an MVP candidate, and also Christy Tolliver in for Shatori Walker Kimbrough and Tiana Hawkins. The last time it was single figures separating these two teams was with a minute left in the first quarter. It was 22-14, an 8-point difference. It's back up to 13 now. 68-55, the Mystics in the lead. 8:40 left in the game. Brown gets away from Tolliver. Will leave it for Dantis for three. Can't hit number two, and a rebound to Natasha Cloud, who's pushing hard. She will go all the way to attack and finish, and another three-point play opportunity back to back for the Mystics. Just breathless there for Washington. It was a 10-point game, and then they get back-to-back three-point play opportunities. Free throw here from Cloud could make it 16 points. A 6-0 run in a flash. Natasha Cloud will complete the three-point play, and all of a sudden, 16 points, the difference again. Brown near the logo. Collier with Elena Deladon on her. High post for fouls, also back into the game. Brown picks up her dribble, trying to fire that inside to fouls. It goes out of bounds. Miesemann fell down. Fouls coming up a little bit hobbled. I think Miesemann might have come down on her foot, but she's holding on a little bit to that left knee. Maybe that was when Miesemann fell down. She was still standing up and made contact there. Washington has it now. Tolliver to Miesemann, far outside near the logo. Tolliver trying to get it inside to Deladon. Miesemann will swing to the other side of the floor. Cloud attacking, reversal. No, that would have been a really acrobatic play. Instead, the Lynx come away with it. Sims over half court, uses a screen from Collier. Brown lobbing inside to fouls, and Miesemann will be whistled. And that is her second, the team's first. So a sideline inbound coming up now for Talbot and the Lynx. Tolliver leading all scorers with 31 points. 3 Lynx in double figures, led by Lexi Brown with 17. Talbot from fouls, no good for 3. Talbot today 0 for 4, including 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. She hasn't scored today. Tolliver near the logo. Finds Deladon in the paint. She will shoot up and over Talbot, and that falls in. There's just great connection and communication between Tolliver and Deladon. Deladon just slipping, and Tolliver quickly finding her in the paint where she is lethal. 73-55, the Mystics lead, approaching 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sims from the free throw line will turn it over. She was looking to fire it below, but it's picked up by Lexi Brown for 3. That is no good. Rebound to Fouls, who hits Brown cutting to the basket. They almost turned it over after Sims's pass was knocked away. Instead, that's 19 points for Lexi. 7 of 13 shooting. She tied a career high with 5 3-pointers. Cloud for 3 from Deladon. Answers right back again. We've seen it again and again today. And it is back up to 19 points. Talbot has it. Skip pass to Brown. Lob inside to Fouls. And Cloud comes from behind to strip Fouls. It goes out of bounds. They thought it might have been Lynx basketball as Fouls is protesting that possession decision. But it signaled Mystics basketball. That's what's been so impressive about Washington. They're not the strongest defensive team in the league. They're 7th in defensive rating. But they have swarmed the ball wherever it is. Deladon, that pass gets away from her and picked up by Talbot. A turnover, the 9th for the Mystics. Here is Robinson finding Collier for 3. No, she's 1 for 1 today. Now 1 for 2. Still 15 points, 8 rebounds for the rookie. Deladon, the trailer, she'll hand off to Powers. And she's going to go post up Robinson. And Robinson will draw the foul as she tried to reach around Deladon to get that pass. She was in a pretty bad situation either way. An official timeout on the floor after a foul called on Danielle Robinson. 76-57, the Mystics in control midway through the 4th. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. Target Center, Minnesota trailing the Mystics 76-57. Niesemann to Cloud for 3. That bounces out and a rebound taken by Collier. That's number 9 for her. 1 away from her 2nd career double-double. She tries to go coast to coast. Can't finish. Gets her own miss, though. And Robinson will reset. Her heels on the edge of the logo. Talbot looking into the post for Fouls, who has Niesemann deep. Her hook shot does go. 76-59, the Mystics still in control. They've led by as many as 20 points. Powers looking into the post for Niesemann. Powers instead will drive, can't finish the layup. Rebound to Talbot. 5 minutes left. Talbot picks up her dribble, finds Collier against Deladon. Collier will go one-on-one then before she's tripped up by Powers, who raises her hand, acknowledges that foul. That is the team's 2nd and her 1st. (76-59). The Mystics in the lead. Short corner for Fouls, finds Robinson by herself. They're just sneaking away, but she misses the layup in the paint. 4:40 to go. The Mystics 11-6 this season. Sanders outside the 3-point line, looking to hand it off to Tolliver, who has a season-high 31 points. Her pass to Sanders picked off by Talbot, who will finish the layup. 76-61 is the score. 4:15 to go as Tolliver is fouled by Robinson. And I would be remiss to not give a shout out to Robinson, who was named the recipient for June's Community Assist Award for her work with Simpson House, her activism during Pride Month, the multiple efforts she's made, specifically with the Simpson House, an organization that benefits people experiencing homelessness. So congratulations to D-Rob for that really nice recognition. Almost forcing a turnover. No, it'll be a jump ball instead with Fouls and Tolliver. They're already laughing with each other about this upcoming jump ball. Tolliver listed at about 5'6". 4:07 left. Mystics leading 76-61. And they're going to clean up the floor once again. But when she received the award, Robinson said that when she was injured last year and spent the whole offseason in Minnesota, she really realized, just thinking about her legacy and wanting it to be more, than just on the floor. It's won by fouls. Robinson gets it over half court, met by Tolliver. 4 minutes left. Pick and roll with foul. She puts it on the floor and finishes over Sanders. Sylvia with 16 points, 12 rebounds. It is her 10th double-double this season. Of course, she owns the all-time record. Tolliver picks up her dribble, bailed out by Deladon near the logo. 10 seconds on the shot clock against Collier. She's going to drive. Can't go anywhere against Collier, and that's again picked off by Talbot, and she will finish on the other side despite Powers charging in. It is an 11-point game, 3:27 left. A timeout called by the Washington Mystics, with the Lynx trying to get something going here. They've trailed by as many as 20. This is Minnesota Lynx basketball. The Lynx and Mystics both shooting around 45%, but the Mystics built such a big lead early on. They've been able to keep it above 10 throughout most of this game. Cloud is double, finds Deladon. Deladon today with 11 points, 4 for 11 shooting. She hands off to Tolliver. Tolliver loses it. It will stay Mystics basketball after going out of bounds with 7 seconds left. Just a quick recap. Tolliver leading all scorers with a season-high 31 points. She's got 5 threes. Lexi Brown, the leading scorer for the Lynx with 19 points, also with 5 threes. Fouls with 16, and Collier with 15, her second career double-double today. Also had one July 14th against Phoenix as the floor being cleaned up. And Tolliver will bring it into Miesemann, almost stolen by Talbot. Tolliver fading toward the baseline, no good. Right at the buzzer, rebound to Collier. She's got 11. Robinson to Collier, Miesemann on her into the post to fouls, and Sanders will be whistled. That is her third. Also with 3 is Tiana Hawkins. She's been limited to just 8 minutes. Atkins has 3 and Sanders has 3 for the Mystics. Robinson gets it in from Talbot. Goes the other side of the floor. Brown, high post to foul. She'll hand off to Brown. She thought about a long 3. Goes between the legs against Cloud, trying to get free. They double her. 3 seconds left for Talbot. She's going to throw up a shot, and it almost is made, but she gets her own offensive rebound. That's the thing with shooters. They know how they're going to miss, how it's coming off, and she gets a quick bucket there. She's got 6 points on 3 of 8 shooting. It is a single-digit game now. Ball goes out of bounds, and back to Minnesota. 2:18 left. They've trailed by as many as 20 points in this game. The Mystics up 76-67. The last time before this that it was a difference of single figures was back in the first quarter with 1:09 left, 22-14. Robinson gets into the paint, dribbles in a circle, finds Talbot far outside. Deladon on her. She will drive, kick. Brown, not number 6 right there. That would have made this place erupt. It's still 76-67, 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Deladon, screen from Sanders. Deladon pulls up over 3 Lynx players. It falls out. And it goes out of bounds back to Minnesota. A chance again. A huge possession. They trail by 9. 1:37 left. Talbot, guarded by Deladon, finds fouls outside the three-point line. She'll hand off to Brown, set a screen. Brown driving, leaving for fouls. Pump fake, that falls in. Good playmaking by Lexi Brown. She's got 3 assists with her 19 points. It is 76-69, 1:15 left. Now the Mystics, they are just going to take as much time as they can. 10 on the shot clock. Miesemann for a long 2, splashes it home. A big shot there by Miesemann, who's played in big games throughout her career. Into the post, it is foul. She's double teamed. On the opposite block is Danielle Robinson for an easy 2. A 7-point game, 76-71 with 50 seconds left. Still feels within reach here for Minnesota, despite struggling throughout this game. Cloud is swarmed. It goes out of bounds, and they force a turnover. Washington above their season average for turnovers per game with 14. It's led to 13 Lynx points. Talbot hands off to Robinson. Robinson with speed along the baseline was looking for Brown, but Cloud comes in last second to send it out of bounds. 31.9 seconds left. We'll need a quick shot here. Into foul, she'll hand off to Robinson. Robinson kicks out to Talbot against Miesemann. Little jab fake, but that's going to be left short. Miesemann has a big wingspan, and it's tough to shoot over her. And despite an attempted comeback here, Tolliver will be fouled by Collier. It looks like it might not be enough here with 13.9 seconds left. But I think the Lynx were able to at least get something going offensively, feel some kind of cohesion as Tolliver knocks down the first free throw. She has 32 points, 5 of 6 from the line, 6 assists as well. She misses the second. In fact, Benlay with the rebound. Now 10 seconds left for the Lynx. Collier, long two, that bounces out. Brown with it, one dribble for 3, that just falls out too, and that is the final here at Target Center. 79-71, the Lynx lose to the Washington Mystics. The Mystics have won 3 in a row. This is the time of year we're wondering, are some teams going to start showing some separation, start getting ahead a little bit more in those upper parts?